up? Welcome to another episode of Aspie with Attitude. My name is David. I'm from Melbourne, Australia. I have speech difficulty, which is speech impairment and speech impairment. I am autistic. I have Asperger's syndrome, and that's why I call myself an Aspie. So if you really want to support this YouTube channel and you want to deepen my support, have you ever yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, Aspie with Attitude? Please do so to subscribe if you want to deepen my support. And if you'd like to keep up to date with my video uploads, please don't forget to ring this notification bell to keep up to date with Aspie with Attitude. And also, if you wish to deepen my support for this YouTube channel, Aspie with Attitude, please like and share this video content with your friends, with your family, and with your other autistic friends in your autistic group. Because it is time now to announce my top 5 highest received video uploads straight over year 2020. The way I had selected my top 5 all had depended on amount of views and amount of likes that videos had been getting in the course of 2020, and I'm talking about the 5 out of 64 videos that I had uploaded throughout the year 2020. And also it depends on how appropriate the video content was also. And this is something I like to do at end of each February, since I previously did episode 101 when I selected my top 5 video uploads straight out of 2019. And what you're watching here will be my top 5 video uploads straight from 2020. So this is no compilations style videos, just like the one you're watching now. I'm just after doing life hacks and maybe some fun-filled videos. So anyway, well, here comes the top 5 video uploads from Aspie with Attitude. Now, I am just thrilled to announce my number 5, which is episode 125, the episode called Drawn to Water. I've uploaded this back on the 15th of July 2020, and at the end of February 2021, this video finished up with 116 views with 9 likes. And as for this video, it has no dislikes. And also, to let you know, all my top 5 videos has no dislikes. Just to carry on, why did I make this video? As it happens, I do enjoy swimming, and I love going for a swim, and I love being in the water. And what was the most important thing about it is being aware about the dangers of being in water, particularly autistic children that go near water, since that most children on the autism spectrum have a tendency of drowning, since they always love being near water, since it has all the senses, whether it's smell, touch, taste, sound, or just the look of it. So you're just going to see episode 125 to get what I'm talking about. It's not just the autistics, and it's not just the neurotypicals, it's not every average human being. Even all sorts of animals are drawn to the water. Just think about all the wild animals on the African grasslands that want to come for a drink, and any desert animals that can find an oasis to have a drink. So please come and check out episode 125 called Drawn to Water, which made it to number 5 in the top 5 episodes that I've uploaded throughout the course of 2020. 2020, what a year. Because this has come in at number 4, which is Autism and Coronavirus, episode 104. And I've uploaded this on the 17th of March 2020, right at the start of this pandemic, which actually finished up with 134 views and 9 likes. Well, anyway, this is how we're going to be left to remember 2020 forever. And the only reason why I actually did this video from the beginning of the pandemic was an act of trend jacking. And I just thought this is such a historical occasion to do it, because one day we'll be looking back at the coronavirus pandemic and people will just say, oh, the top 5 videos of 2020, number 4 just happens to be a coronavirus. So I always get to think of the year 2020 just to be about this. And also plus, like, I felt like doing these test card arts involving a coronavirus, and just to make sure that it's all been dated, and now that history is written, and I just can't wait to get my vaccine. Yeah, once I get my vaccine and that vaccine, and this all should become just a page in the history books and nothing else, since it's been such a short time. And I can remember going through a pandemic, it certainly felt like it's going to go forever, and even from day one I thought this is the end of humanity, and I'm glad that life has gone on. And guess what? I never ever got the virus, which is absolutely awesome. So anyway, time to move on to the next video then, from Aspie with Attitude. Now, this is all coming in for number 3, which is episode 193, called What I Like Wearing, number 2. I've uploaded this way back on January 2020, and at the end of February 2021, this had finished up with 129 views, and this one got 11 likes. And I can never forget one day, overnight, this actually gained over 40 views, which actually probably went a little bit viral somewhere. So like, what's so special about this episode is it's given me a chance to actually obsess over the clothes that I love wearing, since I have a lot of obsession with these kind of clothes, like how it's got a Harvard writing across my hoodie, and also you can see the Harvard writing down my pants, which means a lot to me for this whole entire channel. And that's why Kim has pushed so far back, since I really love wearing these tracky pants, since I actually really love being filmed dressed like that. So like, even if you do see the video and there's a thumbnail up there, I actually put a thumbnail for the first time I wore this Harvard tracksuit, which of course in episode 27, which is called Autism Zoning Out, something I actually did back in maybe November 2018 it was. That's how long I had this tracksuit. So like, yeah, just love wearing that stuff, and I'm extremely obsessed about tracksuits here, and it's due to my sensory challenges, since I love the soft material and I love the large writing. So anyway, I've just had enough of rambling, so I think it's time to move on to number 2 from the best of 2020 from Aspie with Attitude. This actually came in for number 2, which actually happens to be one of my most favourite episodes I've done this year, which is called Autism and Asexuality, which I uploaded this for episode 146 back on the 15th of November 2020, and at the end of February 2021 it finished up with 135 views and 12 likes, and I'm just glad that it's at least getting this high ranking, since what's so special about this episode is I actually explain in detail what is asexuality and what does it all mean, and I've actually admitted that I'm asexual. So like, as it happens, asexuals are part of the LBGT, and there's Q, I and A. So anyway, I'm just a letter A. So like, yeah, it's definitely part of this movement that's come up in the last few years. So before I just move on to the next one, if you're too lazy to see this episode or watch it, an asexual is an individual who lacks sexual attraction towards other people. Doesn't matter if an individual is male, a female, or the same. And I've explained in this episode that asexuality is highly common amongst people who are autistic. Now anyway, I just want you to watch this episode, please. Please watch this episode, and I'm just going to move on to number 1 from Aspie with Attitude. Now, I finally made it to number 1 for Best of 2020 from Aspie with Attitude. So first off, you need to know that I'm actually wearing the same clothes that I wore back in episode 25 when I talked about autism and meltdowns, which I uploaded this way back on the 27th of October 2018. And now this is going to be for number 1, we'll really dive into 2020, which happens to be episode 136, which happens to be say no to meltdown videos. And what I mean by saying no to meltdown videos, which is actually a very important video that I've made on the 25th of September 2020, and this video content got more views than any other 2020 videos, which happens to have 144 views at the end of February 2021, and this had 14 likes. There's already 2 other videos that have got 16 likes, and the reason why I made this video to be number 1 is because I reckon this is one of the issues I really want to address, to urge parents that maybe it's alright to actually film your kids having a meltdown, just only for personal use and confidential use by showing your doctor, a specialist, a psychologist or a psychiatrist, just to actually understand how to handle the meltdown situation without any use of ABA, which means I hate ABA. But what I'm complaining about here is that it's as the parents who just go film their autistic children having a meltdown and sharing this on YouTube, TikTok and any other video sharing platforms through social media. And I've explained all the consequences back in episode 136, which would all say no to meltdown videos, whether if a child who's autistic is having a meltdown over sensory issues, maybe the light is too bright, the shirt is too bright, which I'm talking about sensory challenges, or even if it's just generally the Veruca Salt thing, only if you've seen Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, it just doesn't really matter. An autistic meltdown is an autistic meltdown, just no buts or any further ados, and whatever it is, do not ever share this to social media, as I've explained this. Anyway, I've just seen enough, so I think it's just time to finish off this video content from Aspie with Attitude, and this is a video that made it to number 1 for the best of 2020. Oh, what a year that the year 2020 has been for all of us. Perhaps that's going to be a year that everyone wishes to forget about, since we had to go through this coronavirus pandemic. So that's how we're going to be left to remember the year 2020. After uploading 64 videos, and that'll be my top 5 videos for this year, now that I'll finally finish off 2020. And before I go, I want to just have one honourable mention, which is episode 152, called Autism and Compilation, which was uploaded on the 17th of December 2020. This had practically, in my books, made it to number 6, despite this had 119 views at the end of February 2021, and it did have 16 likes, and however it is, there was 1 dislike. The only reason why this didn't make it to the top 5 is, this is just another video I just wish to forget, after when I did have a passenger on the bus did actually use the ableist word at me, which is that R word that everyone on the autism spectrum and through neurodiversity groups totally hate. Well, anyway, that happened on the 8th of December 2020, so I'm going to be watching this video again on the 8th of December 2021, just to sort of like look back at it. Anyway, so like, enough talking about video uploads. So like, it's just time to finish off this video, and I just hope you really enjoyed what I really love doing, and what I love is YouTube blogging. And I'm going to finish off with a fidget spin nose trick, as usual. And the way I do it is, thanks for watching, thanks for listening to Aspie with Attitude, peace and respect, and see you next time from Aspie with Attitude.